It is Tuesday, June 11th, and this is the video log that takes 30,000 to a million. It's going to happen. And after I take you through the account real quick, I want to talk about that Beyond trade and that short that I just did yesterday. And we'll see how that played out and what kind of opportunity I actually missed out on, and I could have made a lot more money. But anyways, I did end up on the positive in that trade. So let me take you through the account right now and we'll talk about it a little bit. So I'm trying to record this in the afternoon. It's 1:13 p.m. right now in Pacific. So market has just closed, and this is what happened today. I'm on the positive, almost $400. The big contributors were EXK36, that's Endeavor Silver, making up some of the losses from yesterday. Apple up $257, not too bad of a performance. Let's see what else here. We have the Russian market up $44. Too bad yesterday I sold a call against the Russian market at $23 for July 5th. So if it reaches $23, it's going to sell 100 of my shares automatically, leaving me with only 38. So if I sold today, I would have gotten a lot more money. As you can see, I'm in the negatives here. Total return minus $12 on this trade so far. Let's see what else. Everything was pretty steady. Uranium market up a little bit, $23 or so. Wheat and precious metals actually also up $41, contributing to the gains. I'm sitting at $3,031 of this stock, 133 shares. Big negatives, there weren't really any big negatives. So everything either mildly in the positive or a little bit more in the positive. So let's talk about this Beyond short. So I saw the call credit spread yesterday, and I sold the $175 call and bought back the $180 call in order to make sure I have enough money if the trade goes against me, and I had to put up $500 of collateral. And so if I could have lost all that, or at least a big portion of it, if the price went against me. But I didn't. The price actually corrected today. So let's take a look at Beyond, which is, I think it went down like 20 some percent. I think that was, yeah, Beyond Meat. I keep calling it Beyond Burger because there's a Beyond Burger in Veggie Grill. All right, so it was down 25%. I ended up closing out the trade somewhere around here, around 133, 130, something like that. Once it had dropped significantly, and I gained 80% of my possible wins. So as you can see, I tried to exit this trade many times, but I just couldn't get my desired price. So here's all the activity I have for Beyond Meat, which is I sold the credit spread for 115 credit and I bought it back for 24, leaving me with $91 gain, which is about 80%. All right, 80% of the possible winnings that I could have had, giving up a $500 collateral to risk. Now, I was laughing at how expensive yesterday. I was laughing at how expensive the puts were. Buying a put was like the $160 put was what was it? $1,300, right? You have to just pay up $1,300 and it could expire worthless at the end of the week. So that's not a very good price right there. But if I was laughing at that, but if I would have bought that instead, right, which I wouldn't have because it's too much risk for this account, but I would have actually been in the plus quite a bit of money. So subtracting 1,300 from 160, so that would be 47. So it's 20. So I would have got $2,000 off of that if I would have sold out at the end of the day today. So bought for 1,300, made up that 1,300, and sold for an extra $2,000 with a total of $3,300 or something like that, because you can't know what the market price is going to be, but it was gonna be somewhere around there. So even though I was laughing at it, that would have been over 100% gain on all that money. But such as life. You can't know all these things in advance, and you got to do the best you can. And that was the risk I was willing to put up with. And you know what? It wasn't too bad. I'll take the $91 for that, and I was just sure that Beyond Meat was going to correct at this week some point. I didn't know that it was going to be today, the very next day on Tuesday. It could go up the next few days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I don't know. It could keep correcting. I really don't know. But what I do know is that the stock is severely overpriced, and there was bound to be a correction after all the shorts covered on Monday for over the weekend when the price wasn't going against them. So all of those people were basically um, done with whatever activity they were going to do. So they were out of the market, and they weren't, once you've lost all that money, you've just sold out of your position, you don't want to go back in. So those people were out. And on top of that, the good news of the Beyond Meat supposedly having some kind of good result or good earnings report or whatever it was, that was already priced into the stock too. So literally there weren't any catalysts to drive it any further up. Everything was already priced into the market, right? All of their growth, all of their earnings reports and trajectory. Like the only thing that could push the price up from there was just some um, astronomical extrapolation of further earnings or growth potential or something like that, something super revolutionary. So even though it was a risk, the stock is wildly inappropriately valued, especially for a food stock, even if it's revolutionary. So it would take well, I don't know, but something like 100 years to live up to its name, to its price. So it's a decent growth trajectory. So I had basically my reasoning was that there's going to be a correction at some point this week. I don't know when, but it ended up being today. Fine. I got my free $91 contributing to my gains, right? This is Beyond Meat. This is the stock right now. It's sitting $126. And if it wasn't for that $91, I would have been sitting, a little bit further down in the day. What I'm really happy about is that I was up 0.69, 0.7 on the day, right? Which is more than the SPY by quite a bit. So I'm gaining on the SPY. I'm really happy about that. Really happy. SPY was actually in a negative, so I'm beating the market by 0.71. Almost 0.75%. Excited, ecstatic, couldn't be happier. Just gonna hold on to this. The SH is actually, it should be flat, even in the positive a little bit, but it's pretty much flat. I'm looking to get out of that, but it doesn't look likely in the very near future. It just looks like the market's holding up, even though some of the stocks, especially the recent IPOs, are getting a little bit killed, a little under pressure. But my strategy right now is going to be stay put, and we'll see what materializes. I'm waiting for EXK and the precious metals to drop even further so I can accumulate some more EXK. I'm in accumulation mode at the moment. My average cost is $2.01 for Endeavor Silver right now. I still have virtually $6,000 worth of bonds that I'm going to be selling in order to put into the precious metal sector as it corrects. If it doesn't correct, so be it. I'll just shed these shares off. I'm still going to be using the scaling and scaling out method for this particular stock. It has worked wonders for me in the past. I've outlined how I've done it before in previous videos, so you can go back and look at those. And I plan on still doing it in the future. And about Beyond Meat, like I've covered this point before, but everything that's you already know about the stock, right? Everything that's out on the table is already priced in. Whoever can act on their conviction and information has already acted, right? Before they make any of that public. Like whether it be an analyst, whether it be some YouTuber, whether it be like an investor or some talking head on the TV or whatever it is, right? They've already acted accordingly based on the information they know. So if you hear something on the news, like, by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not a professional. Do your own due diligence and don't listen to YouTube people. But what happens is if there's a piece of news out there, like let's say Beyond Meat is gonna beat expectations by 300%, right? That information's already out there, and people, even before that information came out, people were speculating on it, and now it's way too late to act on some piece of news, right? The only reason that I, for example, listen to news and is to get an idea of the overall sentiment of the market, right? So I know where people are heading. I know how filled the market is with opinion, right? How many more people are left to go into a specific position before it starts reversing, before we run out of buyers or we run out of sellers. So I can be as contrarian as I can. All right, so that's the strategy there. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest, and it's I mean, it's difficult, right? It's difficult to make decisions when everybody and you think that it should be otherwise, and I'm having to place a bet against that my own opinion, right? It's really difficult to do so, but it's, as a contrarian, basically is the only way that I see that I can make personally, that I can make money off of the market. So I'm going to be employing some of that mentality, right? While trying really careful not to go into net short with my account. No matter how much I think is going to go down, I shouldn't be more, that's my own rule, shouldn't be more than 55% or more than 45% short the market overall. All right. Anyways, with that said, that's all I got to say about that. Beyond Meat paid out. I've closed out of it. There's no more risk. That I know it's very risky. I know it could go up to 200, 300, 400, whatever. I'm out of the trade. I got my $91. Could have been 2,000, but hey. All right, and that's about it. I'll make another video tomorrow, hopefully. I'll be making it more often now. I might add some pictures of my trip, at least some of them, just a few, and I'll spread them all over the upcoming videos. And hope you guys enjoy them. All right. I think that's about it for now. So peace out.